The show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Would you love to deepen your spiritual connection and create a conscious shift in your life? Do you seek answer to human experience? Well, welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's a 2.5-hour safe haven for your questions and Spirit's answers. And you can transform your life right now on VCMG in South Florida. Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium who can assist you to connect the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all possible experience and knowledge. For the next 2.5 hours, listen and call in toll-free 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube and share love and light.
Love. right here on the oldie station, and we're listening to us all on True Oldies, and I'm so glad to have you here. And our connections here are heartfelt and direct. We're able to connect to the guides and the angels, and we are journeying through the experience. And as we journey through the experience of life, we have to ask ourselves a really important question. Where's the map of life taking you? How can you transform your life and create a better experience for yourself? Remembering that you are a being of light and that everything you have is wired inside to transform everything before you. So how could you transform everything before you? It's by what you think. It's by the frequency. It's about how you view what comes upon you. Now, I've been hearing a lot from people. And people are telling me that they're feeling lost and out of sorts. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're feeling tired. And so many people are saying to me, I've lost my way. I don't know how, but somehow I lost my way. And I don't understand why I feel, and the word they give me is disconnected. So I'm going to ask you, do you feel as if you're disconnected? Do you feel as if you are out of sorts? Do you feel as if you had the map to life and you had it figured out and you had a plan and you were going along your way and you checked off some things on the map of life like a treasure hunt? Oh, we did this and we got a brand new car and we got a career and we went to our school. We went to celebrations with family and friends. We've traveled. We've been here. We've been there. And now suddenly you're looking at your map and you're like, where did I go wrong? What's missing? Why can't I find my way? I feel as if something has slowed me down. I feel as if something has stopped me. I feel as if I don't know who I am. What is that? What is that feeling? Why is it that we suddenly feel like we don't know where we are on the path of life? Are you there? Are you at that crossroads somewhere on the map, looking at it saying, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what the final destination is. I don't understand. So where do you go? How do you find the answer? You have to look inside. You have to transform what you see in front of you to be a vision of what you believe you want to feel. You may not know the destination. You may not know the outcome. You may not be clear as to the exact storyline. But you can recognize how you want to feel. You can feel the feeling. And you can be in the energy of connectivity if you go inward. You see, there's a compass inside of you that aligns with your life path map. And everyone has a map. Everyone has a life. Everyone has a path. And everyone has a final destination. Now, I know some people think of death as the final destination. It is just a continuum of time. It is not the destination. The destination is the accomplishments along the way that are for your soul's transformation, that are for your soul's recognition to the divine, and your soul's ability to transmute negative experiences and raise the vibration for your best and highest good. You've got the answers. You have the ability to do everything you need to do. And when you choose to live in the feeling of love, When you choose to live in the feeling of connectivity, when you choose to feel the feeling of joy and peace and happiness and harmony, when you choose these things, everything comes together. I believe that every one of you has a path that is designed to bring you greatness, not the mediocrity you may be living. I believe that every one of you has a gift that you have yet to discover. I believe that each one of you has a path to abundance. I see before all of you peace, harmony, and joy. And that these are like the trees that line the road of life. And the breeze that moves the leaves on the trees is like the whisper of God in your ear telling you, go this way. But because we've gotten all, for lack of a better word, discombobulated and out of sorts and unable to center ourselves, somehow we got turned around. It's like our GPS tracking is off, and you don't know where you're supposed to be. You started out as if you knew, and then something came along the way that got you off center. It could have been an experience, it could have been a heartache, it could have been a challenge, it could have been something that redirected your attention that was more about someone else than it was about you. And that does not mean that I want people to be selfish and just look out for themselves. But there are times in life that you cannot redirect your energy and lose yourself in worrying about what other people are doing and how they are when you can't even stand on your own 2 feet. How can you help someone else if you cannot help yourself? Your cup needs to runneth over. Your cup needs to be filled with all the goodness and all the feelings and all the gratitude that is you. The fact, the beauty of who you are and the fabulousness of the journey is meant to be spectacular. But when we've lost our way, when we don't understand what it is we want from life, when we've gotten misconstrued by others and fallen into the trap of being what others expected us to be, we suddenly sit there and we say this question: I don't know who I am. I'm not the person that I used to be. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said something really profound to me. It was a real reflection on where they were in their psyche, in their emotional being, in their spiritual connection, in their ability to just be and be in this harmony and this joy that I'm describing to you. They were describing that they talk to different people and, they may crack jokes with people and people may say a funny joke and they put on a fake grin and they nod and they kind of chuckle. The person said to me, I just do that because I know they told a joke and I'm supposed to kind of chuckle. The person said, I really haven't smiled or laughed since 2020. And I said, really? They're like, yeah, I don't feel it. You see, that's a person who's lost their way. That's a person who isn't listening to the map inside of them. They're not following the compass. They're not able to connect to the energy around them. They're just going through the motions. They're being the person that other people want them to be, not who they came to be, or desire to be, or would like to try to be. I mean, we all try different things. How many jobs have you had? Have you tried different types of work? Have you done different professions? I mean, some people have done babysitting, other people have done caring for people's lawns. People up north used to shovel snow. I mean, we all started doing something. And then we moved on. We worked on different platforms for work. We worked in restaurants. We worked at retail stores. We worked everywhere. But those are just things you do because they're the rite of passage to adulthood. They're the rite of passage till you figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing. So where's the map? Where's your map? Is it a puzzle? What would you like to do? How can you transform your life? So we're going to get out our map. So if you're not in a car, you're not driving, I suggest you get out a piece of paper. If you are in a car, then just listen and know that you can play this back. Get out your paper. And I want you to give yourself a starting point. I want you to go back to the time when you were, I don't know, let's say happy. When you felt free. Were you 5? Were you 6? Were you 7? Were you 8? How old were you? And as you are in that energy of who you were then, I want you to think about the things that made you happy. What made you happy? Did you feel happy playing with your friends? Did you feel happy with your quiet in your room? And what did that feel like? Remember in the beginning I said, we need to feel the feeling of what we ultimately want. We need to feel the feeling of how we can connect. Now I want you to fast forward. I want you to draw a road. And I want you to stop. How was 15, 16 for you? I know they can be some rough times because we're figuring life out and we're a teenager, but we're thinking we're an adult, but we're not really an adult and we don't have the freedoms we want. And maybe because of peer pressure, we're not in the right group of friends, or maybe we wish we were with another group, but we don't really fit in, so we're the outcast. Where were you in that? But what brought you joy? Now let's go down the road a little more and let's go to 21. Where were you in 21? Were you working? Did you have your own money? Did you have your own car? What kind of car did you have? What did it feel like? How did it feel? Now, these are external activation points. These are not the reason why you've come here on earth. But these are the things that we as humans get excited about, enthusiastic. We seek these accomplishments in our journey. Now I want you to take yourself to the point where you recognize that there was more to life than playing with your friends, going to a rock concert with a group of friends, buying your first car, getting your first job, having your first kiss. Let's get past all that. When was the time when you realized there was something more in life and you decided that there was something in the universe that was guiding you and directing you? When did you come to know in your journey the angels, the guides, the presence of God? When did you recognize that? And what was the catalyst for that recognition? Was it a grandmother? Was it a friend? Was it an experience? Were you cruising down the highway too fast and did you spin out on an icy road and did you literally think you saw Jesus for a minute? Also thinking if you crashed the car, your parents would be really mad at you. So if the car crash didn't kill you, you were going to get killed by your parents? Where were you in the journey? And how did you recognize that you weren't alone anymore? Was there a loss of a parent or a grandparent that made you look to see what else there is to life besides the happenings that we create? The accomplishments that bring us joy? So let's draw some big trees on our piece of paper there, because that represents your growth, your strengthening. And from there, we go deep, and the roots of the trees go really deep. The roots of the trees go so deep that they dig down and they root you into who you're choosing to be in those moments. Because the moments with God are what define you, not all the fun moments I just described or the heartaches along the way. Your moments with God are what define you. So where do you look next? You look at your first relationship that was substantial. You look at what did you bring to the table? What did they bring to the table? And where were the pitfalls? Where were the conflicts? How did it end? Were you betrayed? Did you betray someone? What happened? You see, these are all exercises on the path of life, on the map of life. These are all exercises. And these exercises are all about how we move forward, how we transform, how we grow, how we transform an experience, and how we look at everything we need in those moments. Who helped you? Who helped you navigate? Who transformed your life? Who came to your rescue? How did you save yourself? Now we've had an accumulation of experiences, positive, negative. We've had an experience of transformation. We've had difficulties. So as we've had these difficulties, what happens next? What happens next? How do we transform our life? Recognize what's going on. And then you choose on the path of life your map. How does your map of life look now? Where are your priorities? And how do we get to where we could go? You see, all of these experiences have been to design the life that you're meant to have. All of these experiences are meant to put you where God ultimately wants you. You see, you think you're driving down this road of life all on your own, by your own intuition. But you're getting a nudge from the universe that says, go here, go there. You're also getting prompted by your conditionings and your experiences and your difficulties. You're getting into the energy of transformation. But you don't know that when you're going through. You don't know that the universe is trying to transform you. You don't know that things are working for your favor and not against you. But as you go down the path of life and in the map of life, there are going to be more roads opening up and there's more choices. It's the circle of friends, the vibrational patterns of others. It's the choice of how you're going to be connected to God, your faith, your events in your life. But then there comes a point where we've been through all this and we're still looking at the map and we're saying, holy crow, where am I supposed to go? How am I supposed to be? Is there something different or better for me? What's next? So I don't know where you are in the map of your life, but I really encourage you all to draw out a map and branch off on different roads for different ages, different momentous times in your life. And take a look at the choices that you've made, the people that you surrounded yourself with, the highs, the lows. What did it feel like? And then the things that no longer serve you, the paths you no longer want to go down on the map of life, draw an X through them. Make a promise to yourself that when you find yourself feeling a certain way, you're not going to give in to that, for lack of a better word, a temptation, for lack of a better expression. You're not going to fall into that same old pattern and that trap. You're not going to do that anymore. You're going to step out and you're going to trust that everything is happening for you and you're going to choose a different path. Even though even if it's uncomfortable, it feels familiar. So we find ourselves repeating patterns. How many of you were in the same pattern you were 3 years ago or 5 years ago? How many of you were doing well financially, then it fell apart, and then you were up again, and now you're back down where you were? And why is that? Somewhere on the path of life, did you take a detour in your abundance route and develop a bad energy towards abundance and not understand how you could bring it to you and create it? Did you forget that we are on a treasure hunt and that there's gifts and prizes everywhere along the path of life because the divine has it? Where are you on the path of life? You get to decide. And then when you're at that point that you don't know and you're at a loss for words, then I say this to you. Take a step back, breathe, and don't make a move until God shows you where's the next path. What's the next road? And visualize how you want to feel at the end of the story, even though you don't know how you're going to get there, who's going to be a part of it. Don't do that. Don't worry. I know you worry. Don't worry. Just visualize, just feel, just trust, and understand that everything is happening for a reason. And trust the universe has your back. Well, we welcome your phone calls right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We welcome you, and we are going to answer your calls. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on the True Oldies station. We are so glad to have you. We've been chatting with all of you for 16 almost and a half years. Almost a half. And your calls matter to us. So let me know, where are you on the map of life? What direction can I help you with? Do we need to go north, south, east, west? Are we heading for joy, happiness, harmony? Or do we need to navigate through the dark streets of sorrow and grief and pain and heartache and lack? We can do that too. We'll get you out. Just call in and let's see where Spirit takes us. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WQAM 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It shines inside of me. Oh, there's a light. Oh, there's a light. It shines inside of you. There's a light in me and you. Oh, there's yes, indeed, there's a light right here on the oldie station. That would be the true oldie station. And we're so glad to be able to talk to you right here at 866-972-7247 to answer your questions. So if you haven't picked up the call, then we got to dial. We got to dial. We got to trial. We got to make it in because you got to be in it to win it here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. What are you going to win? An answer from Spirit. I love talking to Spirit, and I love getting answers. So where are you on the map of life? What brought you joy along the way? What took you off course? Did you take one of those dark roads? I remember when I used to walk in the streets of New York, and you would know what roads to walk down and then what roads you're like, no, we're not taking that road. Let's walk down a little more and then turn over the next street because we don't want to go down that road. That's too dark. That's too scary. That's got too much going on down there. You just knew where not to go, but it doesn't work that way always in life because we don't always have people giving us the clues that tell us, hey, you need to go this way. Sometimes we have well-meaning parents, but what happens? We don't want to listen to our parents. We have well-meaning grandparents. I don't know what happens with that either. We just think they're too old. They don't know, right? So you go about your business in your life and you take a wrong turn and then you end up down this dark alley. It's almost like the doors of HELL open up. And you have all these things start happening because you ended up down the wrong path. And I know each one of us, if we take a moment, we can spin back time and we can take a look and see where we think we made a wrong turn. Was it a relationship? Was it a job? Was it a friendship? Was it an action that you took, a financial decision? And it just messed up your map of life. Well, we're going back, people. We're going back to time when we felt happy and joy. Because so many people are telling me they feel empty. They don't feel joyful. And next week, I already know what we're talking about. Spirit mapped out the next few weeks for all of us because everything that's going on in the world is getting us to be ready for where we're ultimately meant to be. Everything that's going on in the world is getting you ready to define who you are and take a stand and believe in your truth and be true to yourself and understand your place in the spiritual journey and finding your happiness in spite of whatever may be going on around you that you view chaotic. Everything is getting you ready to be ready for joy, happiness, and harmony. And I know in a world where maybe it doesn't look that way, you're like, oh, seriously, Sarah Spiritual, I'm stuck down the dark alley. I don't know what road you're on. But I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a call to action. There's going to be a call to action to every person who's a being of light, every person who's heart-centered, and the call to action is going to say this: wake up. Wake up and recognize who you are. And don't concern yourself with every detail going on in the world. Step in place of happiness, harmony, and joy, and find the rhythm that works best for you, and trust the path hand the map over to God, follow your inner compass, and ask yourself this question: what would love do? And if all of us just wake up and ask, what would love do? Oh, the world is going to be better. Things are going to be better for you. You're going to see more trees on the path of life. You're going to feel more experiences that bring you joy. And whatever's not working, you're going to figure out how to get out of it. Just a door is going to open. You're going to go under the tunnel, and next thing you know, a great door is going to be opening for you, and you are going to know how to get where you need to be. So I welcome your phone calls here at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go to our phone lines. And if you're on Facebook and you're on YouTube, I want you to leave me a question, leave me a comment, help me along the way, because I want to talk to you. And I want you to trust that everything is going to work out. Facebook, YouTube, follow Sarah Spiritual. Pop in my Instagram too. I sure hope you follow my Instagram page. And we want to go to the phone lines, 866-972-7247. And I've got to go to Joanna. Joanna is in Miami. We got Joanna in Miami. How are you? Hey, Joanna, are you there? Hello, Joanna. All right, you see? She dropped her map in a puddle, and now she can't find Sarah Spiritual. So, Joanna, we hope we get connected with you. So now we need to get to Cheryl, and Cheryl's in West Palm Beach. Let's see if we've got Cheryl on the line. Hey, Cheryl, are you with us? Hi, Cheryl. We got Cheryl in West Palm Beach and all the noise that's with her. All right, we can't listen to other people's noise here, because that would be a crowdy, busy street in New York that we're going on our map. So let's see if we got Cheryl before that. We don't have Cheryl. We're going to move on, and hopefully Cheryl will call back. The lines are open at 866-972-7247. And let's go to Maurice. I got Maurice in Broward. Maurice, how are you? Maurice, are you there? Hi, Maurice. Are you with us? All right. I think everybody's picking up their maps from the puddles. So I don't know what's going on here. We're going to let them check our phone lines. I don't know if it's all just the callers, so we're going to just give a minute over there, and we want to visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Hopefully we've got a couple of questions that we can pull up here, and we're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. And if you're calling in, here's my suggestion to you. Call in and listen. Don't put me on mute. Don't put me on hold. Don't put me next to the garbage disposal. I don't like loud noises. Trying to hear spirit over here. And stay on the line. 866-972-7247. Let's go to our Facebook and our YouTube people. Let's take a look and see who we have. All right, let's see if we can make that a little bigger so I can see it across the room. Let's see. We've got Brianna Lynn. And Brianna Lynn is like, will the change in companies... she's gonna make a change. Will it open up and more abundance for me? So she's making a change, and as she's making the change, what I see here is that she's got the opportunity to make a good move here. This is going to open up more transformation for you financially. I do see more abundance. The change in company will benefit you, and I actually feel. Brianna Lynn, that this change on Facebook that you're asking about is going to bring you new adventures, new horizons that give you a moment to get promoted. So you'll be there for a little bit, but then I see promotion. Like your hands, and you know me, and I know you. Every soul has its journey. And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're so glad to have you. And as we connect to all of you, we're going to go back to our phone lines. And let's take a look here. All right. We've got a lot of technology going on here. So let's see. Thank goodness for a rainy day here in South Florida. Thank goodness for craziness. Oh my goodness. It's just been crazy. Well, thank you everyone for telling us we had technical difficulties. I appreciate that. But we're going to try to just push on. A good rainstorm will shake anything up. Now, you see, I told you dropped your map in a puddle. So we're going to go back down the map of life, and we're going to try to pull this together here. Because we're going to be hanging out here till 9 p.m. answering your questions. If you're on hold, please pay attention. 866-972-7247. And if you want to pray to the technology gods, pray to them. So we're going to go to Broward County. Let me see if I can get Maurice on the line. Maurice, how are you? Are you with me, Maurice?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
All right, Maurice, I thought you took a nap. All right, good to hear you. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us, Maurice. This year for you right now, where you're at, is really about getting your footing. Are you feeling off balance in your life right now? Because I feel like you're off balance. Is that correct? Maurice, I'm having trouble hearing you. Maurice? Well, I got
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Maurice, stay still. Don't go anywhere. I see that you're feeling off balance. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And I feel like there's conflict around you and you're trying to figure your way out of a conflict. Is that also true?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm also feeling that there's an opportunity that you want to make to set yourself free, to get things to be easier for you, but you're having trouble making a change that's going to benefit you emotionally, financially, physically, in all areas of your life. Yes? We're feeling stuck. We're feeling stagnant.
Yes.
We need to make a change. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Maurice, how did you hear about the show?
My brother put me on you.
Mm-hmm.
He preferred me on you.
Okay.
He my real brother.
Your real brother.
And he
as
said
opposed to your make-believe brother.
Yeah, he said he'd be going to you. He said he'd be going to you like more often and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I see a lot of people. My job is to help people at my Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach, and of course here to help people on national radio to answer your questions. So, Maurice, what is your burning question for me? How can I help you?
Like negative energy in the household, life insurance policy money with my grandma, my family.
Oh, okay.
I want to know if
no wonder I see conflict.
I want to know if they took.
Jiminy Crickets. Well, let's tune in and get a story here for you, because sounding like this is a daytime soap opera. So, good Lord, child. First thing that I see here is that there are two people blocking the wishes of your grandmother and how she wants things to be. That makes sense to you, Maurice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and grandmother's
Did they take the money?
Grandmother's passing. Everybody needed to know her business when it was ready for her pass, but nobody really cared what was going on with grandma before she passed. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Grandma did not have much, but for those who were her favorite, she wanted to make sure that they had something.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not a lawyer, can't tell you what to do, but I do feel that you guys need to investigate and file a motion, petition, do something, because I feel as if there's some pieces of jewelry that were supposed to be given out that weren't given out. Spirit had me draw a house here.
This call will be recorded.
Is there a house over on this connection to Grandma, please?
Yes.
Because
It's
I'm
an
drawing
old
the house.
But yeah, it's an old house in Pompano Beach, Florida.
Okay, so
They still stay there right now.
Who's staying there?
My older auntie.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I feel like there's
Johnson.
confusion. I feel like, Maurice, there's confusion with this house. I don't feel that everything's being handled right. I feel like this needs to go to probate. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I can't even begin to tell you how to navigate this legally. But if Grandma left you something, it wasn't much. But she did, you were one of her favorites, so I know she would want you to have something. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
As far as conflict, you have to be the one to not get in an argument with people, but just say, hey, you know what? We need more records. We need more information. Maybe go ahead and see how you can get yourself a lawyer and sort it through, because I feel like two people are blocking the complete execution of Grandma's wishes upon her death. All right, Maurice?
Yes, ma'am. Who
Does what I say make sense to you?
Repeat that again? Two people?
Does what I say make sense to you?
Repeat it. I ain't, because I heard commotion in the background. In my background.
Okay. Well, Spirit's talking through me, so I just see two people blocking the flow of the execution of Grandmother's final wishes. There's two people blocking the full execution of what she desired. All right, Maurice?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We thank you so much for your call. We hope you continue to listen to the show and keep us posted on this very complicated family conflict. But I do know it'll work out, and your grandmother is in peace, so you all down here have to figure out on Earth what map you're gonna read from and what roads you're gonna choose in the path of life. All right. Thank you so much,
yes,
and
ma'am.
thank your brother who referred you to me. Bye for now.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
866-972-7247. Maurice has commotion back there by him. Lord, he should have been here 20 minutes ago. We had commotion, but we're back. We're going to go to our phone lines. And I need to see if I can get to Cheryl in West Palm Beach.
Hi, Sarah.
Cheryl
Can
in
you
West
hear me?
Palm Beach, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Now, Cheryl, what is your question for us?
Everything you said completely resonated with me, because although I'm so grateful for so many things, I'm just at a place I feel like I'm stuck in tar and I'm shoveling against the tide and I don't know why. And there's a lot of fear and worry, and I just don't know what I'm doing or not doing, and what am I blocking to be able to manifest things that I know are right there.
Well, let's look at it this way. Sometimes God has us in a holding pattern. Have you ever been stuck in traffic? Bumper to bumper?
I'm from New York. Yeah.
Me too. So we all know what that's like, right? Just Route 87, trying to get where we need to go, bumper to bumper traffic, knowing it's like a 2-hour drive to our destination, and everyone's going barely 5 miles an hour because there's some wreck ahead, but we can't see that far yet. But then the minute we get past the wreck or the bottleneck, it's open sailing. You're stuck in traffic right now. And not everything is you're not able to manifest. It's just that God has you where he wants to have you, and you need to surrender and ask God, where shall I be? And I'm going to pull something up for you because I had a conversation with someone. I love when people reach out to me at the crack of dawn. Now, anyone who knows me knows I am not functioning at 8 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, occasionally a text message comes through and I have to answer. So before coffee, I had to become very inspired to answer a very critical question that someone posed to me. And I'm going to give you a response that I wrote out that without coffee, I got to tell you, was pretty profound. And I want you and everyone listening to hear this, because when we don't know where we want to go and when we are trying different things and nothing's working, when we're feeling like life gave us a curveball and we're trying to grapple with the experience and we're having trouble understanding its meaning and purpose, this is what Spirit said to me. Ask the universe, what beautiful story do you have to unfold for me? Where do you desire me to go? Who do you desire me to be? How can I raise up in service with an open heart, trusting and allowing, knowing that I'm always guided and protected? That's what Spirit gave me before coffee to share with people. But it was for this person that gave me a message. But then when I realized it, I said, oh, this is not just a message. This is the message. So Cheryl, I want you to ask the universe, where shall I go? Where do you want me to be? What beautiful story are you unfolding for me that I can't see because I'm back here in traffic and I need to get over to the other side. But until then, I've got to sit, and I know you're grateful and I know you're glad you have a roof over your head and somehow you're managing. You have to trust the process. Now, you are at a pivotal time. This year is supposed to bring you good fortune and good opportunities. So I want you to trust that. I want you to just know the universe is going to bless you. And when you attempt to manifest something and you put it out in the energy and nothing comes back, you say to yourself, we will try again tomorrow. And we will feel it more deeply, more clearly, more strongly. We will put a different spin on it. And we will sit in silence after we send out the vibration of what we desire. And we will await the universe's response instead of rushing out and pushing and trying to do something else. We're going to trust. And we're going to wait for the inspired whisper, like the wind through the leaves of a tree, to brush against us so that we can just barely hear it say, do this now. What about this idea? Sit in the stillness, Cheryl. I know that it was a rough time these past 2 years, but you are meant to come out of it. You just have to get out of the traffic jam on your map. I hope I've given you some insight, some inspiration, some hope through this difficult time.
More than you know. More than
We
you know.
appreciate you.
Do you have any kind of timeline for me when I'll come out of this?
Yes, well, I guess it depends how long it takes to clear the wreck ahead of you. But when I look at where you are and I look at the pathway, I really feel that as we close out this year, October, November, this window of closure of the year, something gives, something changes, something comes for you. So I want you to wait for that, and I want you to trust. All right?
I can't tell you how grateful I am. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye.
866-972-7247. We're going to go back to our phone lines, and we're going to go to Karen, and Karen is in Illinois. Karen, how are you tonight? Hi, Karen. Are you with us?
Yes, hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you so much for answering us, Karen. It's just been an interesting night. I'm going to see if they're serving drinks here any minute. So let me see here. Because I'm like, good Lord, what is happening?
It has been an interesting night. Yes, it has.
It has been,
I'm
Karen.
glad
But
we're
thank you
still
so
here.
much for listening. And we greatly appreciate this. And Karen, what is your question for us tonight?
Sarah, I honestly just wanted to ask you if Spirit has any messages for me, honestly.
Honestly, we do. Honestly, when we look at where you are on this path, I'm feeling this energy of redesigning financial picture, redesigning how you structure yourself in your viewpoint in abundance. The universe says that you're not honoring enough of who you are and putting enough back into you. They want you to be abundant beyond measure. They want you to trust that the universe has your back. Your guides and your angels are supporting you. This is a year for advancement at work. It is a year for promotion. It is a year for transformation. It is a year for you to financially be sound. So anything connected to money is meant to be there for you. I also feel that you're protected on the other side by your loved ones. There is a female energy that comes through that steps above you. Maternal type energy, grandmother almost energy is how it feels. Feels grandmother. That's where I want to place her. Grandma passed, please.
Oh, wow. Yes. Yeah, my
Yes.
dad's mom.
Your dad's mom. Okay. So I have your grandmother energy here around you, and she's with you, and she wants you to know that she's supporting you. I feel like you're going through a transition. There is a potential for a move.
Yes.
Did you attempt to move, please?
We did, actually, but then something happened. Honestly, that's great that you bring that up, because I did want to ask you something that I feel that is holding me back.
Yes.
Something that's affected me since I was a child, my parents' relationship, specifically my mom. We've actually gone to see you before at your center. Her and I have gone together, and you gave us a reading, each of us, like on our own. You've met us before. My mom's name is Karina. Her birthday is August 19th, 1974.
And where are you living now?
I'm in Illinois with my husband. I recently got married in April.
Ah. But when you came to see me, it was a while ago, right?
Yes, this must have been back in like 2017. It's been a very long time.
Been a very long time. Absolutely.
Yes.
And mom's here in Florida, correct?
Yes, she is. She's in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Well, your mom's a strong person, yes?
Yes, very much, yes. She hides a lot. I know she hides a lot of pain.
And right now what you want to ask the universe to do is cut the cords of energy that bind you through to any negative experience that comes between you and your mom. Any battles, any conflicts, any differences, you want to be released of that so that you're no longer caught in that entanglement. One of the things that I strongly suggest for you, Karen, is that you do what I call soul integration. It's on my website, and we can do it remotely. Soul integration we actually featured it on the front page of the website just recently, is when we go back in time and we isolate moments in childhood where you became fragmented and disconnected, not to point blame on anyone, just to understand how you as a child interpreted experiences around you and how we can comfort your little girl and bring her to the future so that you don't sabotage your own journey moving forward. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Wow. Yes, very much so. Yes.
And that
that's
sounds
huge.
like
Yes.
exactly what you need. We do it with the help of the 12
Yes.
archangels, known as Theo, and that can transform the fragmented pieces that are actually sabotaging you in your own movement forward in your own current relationship.
Yes. Yes. I can feel it. I can feel it every day.
But you will be all right, and we will make peace. Meantime, ask the angels to assist you in disconnecting from the moments of the past, and trust that the universe is going to support you, and know that you will be all right at this, all right?
Thank you so much, Sarah. I will definitely be doing that with you then. Thank
All
you
right,
so
great.
much.
Go to sarahspiritual.com, and you'll find it right there on the front page, Soul Integration.
All right. Awesome. Talk to you soon. Thank
You got it. Bye for now.
Bye.
866-972-7247. We are listening to your questions and tuning in and tapping to Spirit's answers. We're also going to Facebook and YouTube to answer your questions. So please, when you put your questions in the feed, be sure to be specific with your questions so I can get to the answer from Spirit as quickly as possible. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to hit these phone lines and we're going to answer your questions. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on the True Oldies station. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. 24/7. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine. And everything comes when the stars align. Do you know me? Do you know me? Have we met before? I've been standing here before you long before you saw me before you.
And we are back here
And you
live on Spiritually
called
Speaking with
me.
Sarah all across the nation. And we're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. And let's see who we've got here. We've got to talk to Kevin in West Palm Beach. Kevin, how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Good to make this connection with you, Kevin. Is this your first time calling?
This is actually my second time.
Oh, well, glad
I
to
called the
glad
first
to have
time
you
maybe
connect
in
with us.
June.
And what is your
Absolutely,
question for us?
absolutely. Far as how my year is going to play out, far as with abundance and my health.
Well, let's take a look here. So the first thing that I want you to recognize is that we have to change some things that we're doing in our health. We've got to break our routine. Feel like there's some habits that we need to change. Is that true? Is there something you're looking at to change right now?
Yeah, stop smoking cigarettes, that's for sure.
Well, that would be a habit, and Spirit says you need to change your habits, so that's what they're looking for you to do. So that's also, they also want you to pay attention to your blood work. So I feel like there's some levels that are a little bit off in your blood work. I'm not a doctor, cannot diagnose. I'm just telling you where Spirit shows me, and we find a kind of gray area, and they show the blood. So that means that the blood needs to be better balanced, and you need to check the blood levels. The next thing they want you to know, Kevin, is that this year seems like we're not where we want to be financially, but 2026 and 2027, and they put the marker on 2027, 2027 being a great financial year. Everything is leading up for a financial change. I feel like we need to make a shift in how we generate money. Was there a thought, was there an idea that you wanted to shift something in your job at this time?
Yes, I really want to get back out and own my own business again.
Yeah. That's going to be a good path for you, and that's something that we can accomplish as we get closer to the mid-2026 time. In the meantime, it's taking a look at the job and the work that you do now so that you can have a different outcome.
Okay. Understandable.
You are on a good path.
And-
Overall, you're doing well.
Correct. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Kevin.
And my last question is my love life.
Well, 2026 is a better year for relationship and love and makes things more amicable and easy to manage. What's your question about love specifically?
As far as am I gonna get married? Will I be with someone or?
2026 opens up the doors of relations and relationships. If we choose to get married, because you get a little squirrely around that kind of stuff, so you ain't going to just marry anybody. So, you don't necessarily like to be boxed in. So, I will let you know that first we meet somebody. 2026 has that energy of someone who's a good vibrational match partner, and then from there, we move forward and we decide what we're going to do, Kevin. All right. Thank you so much for your call. We greatly appreciate your listening to the show.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Have a best day.
866 U2 972-7247. We are going to go back to our phone lines. And as we go back to the phone lines, we need to go to Australia. I've got Terry Ann on the phone. Terry, how are you? Terry in Australia, how are you? Are you with us, Terry in Australia? I guess she lost her map down under. I don't know where Terry Ann is, but we'll try to get Terry Ann back in a little bit. Let's see who else we've got here. Let's go to Janet in Chicago. Janet, how are you? Are you with us, Janet? All right. I don't think we have Janet on the line either. Don't know where Janet is. So we're going to go to Penny in New Jersey. Penny, how are you tonight?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you so much, Penny. Good to make this connection with you.
Good.
Penny, what is your question for us tonight?
Well, I feel lost and I just don't know. I just feel very overwhelmed. Financially, I'm not where I want to be. And I need a little guidance maybe. I don't know. A little help.
Yes. So the first thing that I look at is 2024 into 2025 was a tough time for you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And I feel like we went through a lot of loss, mourning, and disappointment. Is that also true?
Yes.
And I also feel that as we're looking at life, we feel empty inside, is how you literally feel. Is that also true?
Yes.
Penny, your mother passed, please? I have a woman standing above you,
Yes.
maternal side. Mom is with you. You talk to your parents, is that correct? You talk to your parents on the other side?
Yes. I
Because
do.
Mom is giving me this energy of that she hears you, and she makes me feel like you've been asking her to give you help and tell you what the right thing to do is, because you don't want to make a wrong move in this choice. Is that true?
Yes.
It's a tough spot you're in. You cannot be all things to all people. And you've been holding up a lot of people and helping a lot of people, and you haven't taken care of yourself, and now it's time for you to take care of yourself. And really what I'm seeing from Spirit is you don't even know how to take care of yourself.
I don't really.
Is there a sister? You have a sister, please, Penny? Mom's making mention of someone.
Yes,
She's talking
yes.
about a sister. Okay. There a
Yes.
conflict or an issue between you and a sister, please, at this time? Or something going on with your sister? Because she's highlighting your sister.
My sister's passed
Ah, okay.
on.
She's highlighting your sister. So she's talking about your sister. and just making me feel like there's a separation, a division. Were you not talking to your sister before she passed, or was there a divide or problem?
No, there's a little bit of with her will. She left me nothing.
Ah, okay. So that's a separation. That's a divide. That's a conflict with your sister, even though you're not holding it. But Mom's making reference to your sister. Bear with me, please, as I make this connection with Mom, please. Your sister has always been someone who is self-centered and almost competitive of you throughout your years. Did you find at times you and your sister were close, but yet she was competitive with you? Is that true?
Somewhat.
Your sister did not do this to hurt you. She didn't mean it to show that she didn't care for you. She just felt other people needed it more than you did. So she made a judgment. Understand that this was not done to hurt you.
I don't know about that, but
No, it was not done to hurt you. This is what I hear. You interpret by your experience here on earth. I get to see the picture, the before, the during, and after, and why things happen the way they do spiritually. Way too complicated to go into in a quick radio call, but your sister's with your mom. Your mom acknowledges the conflict between the two of you, or the divide over this. So just know that you're to be at peace with this. Okay. What is your specific question for me, Penny, please? Because I feel like you're navigating something with your own family. What is your question before we hang up?
Well, my son is estranged from all of us, and that's one of my problems.
What's your son's birthday?
And I just want to know February 10th, 1979.
February 10th? Okay.
Yes.
And he's been estranged for you for the past 3-4 years, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Stubborn kid.
He's estranged from all
Everybody.
of us, really.
I see that. He doesn't feel like everybody understands him, so he doesn't want to have to answer for himself anymore. But even though it's been over 3 years, I do know that he will be back. There is a opportunity in 2026 for the two of you to have a conversation. I don't know if you're going to see him by the time this holiday season comes, Penny, which I know is always very difficult for us as moms. But just keep praying and know that he is just caught in his understanding of how he views any difficulty between the family and how he's being viewed, and he's taking it to personally. He's holding a bit of a grudge, and he's not ready to let that go. Penny, I thank you so much for listening to the show. I'm sorry you're in such an off place. I want you to just keep moving forward on the path of life and trust that everything that's you feel like you're leaving behind or is off to the side is going to rejoin you further down the road on the map of life. Just trust that the universe is going to support you, okay?
Thank you. You're
welcome,
so much.
Penny. You're welcome. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We're so glad to have you here joining us at Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. This weekend, we've got Calvin Cates, Crystal Healing Bed, live at the center on Friday and Saturday. If you want to learn more about healing on our crystal bed, go to the ExpeditoEnlightenmentCenter.com or call the center at the Expedito Center at 561-682-0955. That's the number for my metaphysical center in West Palm Beach. Sure would love to see you there. Come visit us and take a healing session with Calvin and pop in and say hi and perhaps make your own appointment with me, Sarah Spiritual. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, We're going to go right back to our phone lines and visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
There's a light that shines down upon me, and there's a light that brightens up my day. There's a light leading the way. Oh, there's a light. There's a light, there's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WQAM 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com For yourself or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
There's a light that shines down upon me.
Yes, indeed. There's a light right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We're so glad to be connecting with all of you, and we're really glad to be having a guest with us in this second half hour. So if you're on hold, we are going to get to your phone calls at 866-972-7247. And we are going to take a moment and check in with our resident astrologer, Stacy Holler. Stacy, every month, joins us to let us know what the energies of the planets and all the things going on are doing to each one of us and how they impact us favorably and sometimes not so favorably, so we can navigate the twists and turns on the map of life. So we're going to see if we've got Stacy on the line. I know things have been a little weird here tonight with our connections. Stacy, are you with us?
I am with you.
Great. Thank God somebody's answering. So good to have you back, Stacy.
It's been an interesting night, I know, but, you know, your messages are still getting through to us loud and clear.
Yes.
And now we want to take a look at what the heck is going on this month, right? It's like the summer is over, and could you believe it's September?
I can't believe it. And it's going so quickly, too.
Very quickly. So we're kicking off the fall with an eclipse season. So the full moon this Sunday is also a lunar eclipse, which is kind of like a supercharged full moon, much more powerful. And the new moon on September 21st is also an eclipse, which also makes that new moon so much more powerful. So we want to take a look this month and see how these strong energies, where in our lives they're affecting us, where do we need to make changes. Of course, in the background, we have Saturn, who retrograded back into Pisces. So we're all feeling some of that Saturn responsibilities, pressures, very much about karmic lessons. So we're all feeling different energies, but I think when we take a look at where the moons are this month, it might help us at least know where we need to focus.
I think everyone could use some focus, and I know a lot of people are going kind of through some difficult times. I'm talking to so many people, Stacy, and they're being challenged in their lives and even challenged with technology, like almost like it's a Mercury retrograde without it being. Not just because we experienced something here tonight. I'm really seeing it across the board with lots of individuals.
Well, it's not a coincidence that Uranus went into retrograde. Well, it's going into retrograde this Saturday. And Uranus, too, could affect technology. Now, rules Aquarius. So that's what we're feeling some of that. Where that, the major planets that give us the overall heavy-duty pushes in our evolution are moving into retrograde. So it's like a wake-up call for us. And when Saturn goes into Pisces retrograde, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac, and it's kind of cleanup time. So it's like, all right. So I'd say look at where those pressures are in your life. There is a message. There is a karmic lesson there that is calling your attention. And figuring out what that is sometimes could allow us to be able to move forward. But it's not easy for most people right now.
It's challenging.
So we ready to take a look at where our moons are, where the eclipses are going to be getting to us this month?
Yes, we need to rock around the clock and see what we've got going on, and let's hit all the signs so everyone listening can pay attention and see what is going on in their personal houses.
So, and if you happen to know your rising sign, listen to that horoscope as well. For many people, your rising sign rings truer than your sun. So listen to both. So we're going to start at Aries. So we're going to start with the full moon in Pisces. That's the lunar eclipse that's coming up on Sunday. Now, for you, this eclipse and this full moon is what you've been working on behind the scenes. What's been going on inside? What challenges and emotional issues have you been working on, and you can get to release some of that. And the new moon for you, the eclipse in Virgo, that's in your 6th house. So that's a time for you. The new moon is envisioning time. What do you want the next 6 months to look like? And for Aries, your focus is on your health and your habits. I heard you tell a caller time to give up the cigarettes.
Yes.
That would be what you would want to look at the new moon here, too. Look at your daily routines and what you need to give up. Now, Taurus, this full moon coming up, that's in your 11th house. That's friends, groups, alliances. Full moons uncover hidden truths. Maybe you'll find out the group you're in isn't the group you want to be in. Or maybe some relationship or friendship, it's time to let go and you get some new revelation. Now, when the new moon comes in Virgo, and the new moon, by the way, everybody, is on the 21st, of this month. For you, it's in your house of creativity and talents. So, Taurus, what projects do you want to work on? It could also be about a new romance, or it could be focused on children. Now, Gemini, this full moon on Sunday for you in Pisces, it's in your house of career. So some revelation, something uncovered, something you might need to let go of in an old role to open up for something in a new role, but the focus is on your career. And this new moon, what do you want to envision? What's coming for you in the next cycle? That focus is on home and family matters. So what do you want that to look like over the next 6 months on that new moon? Now, Cancer, the full moon for you, that lunar eclipse is in your house of education and beliefs and travel. Maybe suddenly some plan might come into travel trip for you, or someone tells you about a fabulous new study, or you just completed some studies. Now, the new moon for you, that eclipse is in your house of communications, writing. If you're thinking of writing a blog, that would be the time to do it. It's about your neighborhood, or it also could be envision your siblings. Maybe that relationship needs some new visioning and working on. Now, Leo, for you, the full moon this Sunday, that's all about your shared finances. Maybe there'll be some money coming in, or maybe it's time to reevaluate your shared assets and take a look at refinancing. Could also be about deep intimacy, so there might be a change, should I stay or should I go, in a very deep, intimate relationship. Now, the new moon for you, that's in your house of money. So again, in the full moon, you're going to look at your shared money, Leos, and in the new moon, it's about your money, your income, your budgets. Time to take a look and see what you need to do over the next 6 months there. Now, Virgo, this full moon on Sunday for you is in your house of partnerships. That's the time for you to get clarity or closure on your most committed relationships, which could be personal or business. And the new moon for you, That's in the first house, all about you. Who do you want to be? Maybe shake up your identity a little bit. Now, Libra, the full moon for you this Sunday, that's in the sixth house. That's about everyday life. So it's a time for you to finally trigger those new routines or do that organization project you've been putting off for so long. And the new moon for you, that's in your house. That's the 12th house of healing, of spiritual beginnings. So if you're thinking about getting some holistic help or going on some meditation retreat, Libra, think about that on the new moon. Now, Scorpio, the full moon for you, that lunar eclipse is in your house of romance and creativity. So that project might come to fruition, or maybe just go out that night and see who you meet. Now, the new moon for you is in your house of friendships. So for you, it's also who do you want to be with? Maybe you want to get out and make some new connections, network with new people that could help you with your goals. Sag, the full moon for you this Sunday in the house of home. If you've been dealing with a family matter, the full moon might give you some resolution there or some issues with your physical home. The new moon for you is in your 10th house, so that's career. Where do you want your career to be? Good time to start a job search. Envision what your next step is. Now, Capricorn, this full moon, this lunar eclipse, is in your 3rd house. So you should find closure in any kind of communication projects you've been working on or sibling matters. Some issues you've been dealing with, brothers or sisters, you could get some closure there on this full moon. The new moon for you is in your house of exploring the world. So Capricorn, think about where you want to travel. Think about publishing. Think about learning something new or studies. Aquarius, this full moon for you, lunar eclipse, is in your house of money. Time to figure out how money and your personal values align. Time to separate your emotional connections to your finances and figure out where you need to be. And Aquarians, the new moon for you is in your house of intimacy and shared resources and debts. Time to pay off some old things or restructure your shared assets. And Pisces, for you, the full moon in your sign is always then in the 1st house. That's about who you are and your identity. So you've been working on that for a while, and here is the culmination, Pisces. And the new moon for you is in your house of partnerships, collaborations, maybe a new business relationship, or maybe you're thinking about tying the knot. So there are opportunities here. And know with the eclipses, everything I said is supercharged. And a lot of this is tied to your karma and solving some old karma. So as hard as life is, we're really not victims. We have all of the above behind us helping us get through it. And we're going to put to bed some karma so we could move on and release it to grow. But it's not so comfortable when you're in it, right, Sarah?
It is not comfortable when you're in it. It gets overwhelming when you're in the middle of it, and that's how we lose our way in the map of life.
Yes. Yes, and that's why we now have GPSs. And we have many ways to get a map, but we have to ask.
We have to ask and we have to be still, right? And the minute we feel like we're stuck or we don't know what we're doing, people tend to panic. And we've been trained to feel like we have to do something, always do something. And sometimes we just have to be still. So this eclipse season, these energies of this lunar and solar eclipse that we are approaching, are they going to be affecting us, the energies, and where they hit us? Will it be lasting and impacting us for a span of a few months? How long does this energy stay with us?
Well, the new moon starts the new cycle. And then we come to that full moon on the other side in another sign in 6 months. So that's why it's important to envision that. Now, the full moon in Pisces on Sunday is the culmination of whatever you envisioned at the new moon back in March. That correlates to this 6-month cycle. So there's always a new beginning. And in this month, too, the full moon in Pisces, as I said, Pisces is the clearinghouse. This full moon is about releasing and what we need to let go to clear the way for the following new moon, where we get to say, okay, what's my next step? How can I rebuild? Where do I need to heal? How do I move forward? So they are continuing cycles, and on every new moon and full moon, we get to experience different things. And that's why we take a look at where in our lives is that going to affect us? What should I be looking at? Is this about the fight I've been having with my brother for the last 6 months? Is that what I need to deal with? Or is this about, chasing a job that's not right for me? Or feeling tight on money if it's hitting you, Pisces and Saturn in the second house, figuring out what do you have values and how is that attached to money? So know that the good news about cycles is that it's a cycle. And we get to do it again when it doesn't work. We have other opportunities. And it's fluid. But at every new moon, that's when, it's the old division board. What do you want the next 6 months to look like? And when we talk about where in your life, that's where you have the more powerful energy to put out there.
Understood. Thank you for that clarification, Stacy. We greatly appreciate your sharing with us every beginning of the month and just filling us in on what the planets hold in each astrology. And we appreciate your time. We're glad that we were able to make a connection with you. It's definitely been an interesting night, but we thank you for sharing your wisdom. And for those of you who are looking to know more about your astrological chart and what's going on and what you can expect, you can go to destinyinthestars.com, and there you'll find Stacy Holler's contact information as well as the information as to the different types of sessions that she offers. So again, go to destinyinthestars.com. Thank you so much, Stacy. We greatly appreciate you being with us tonight.
My pleasure, and I'll see you next month.
See you next month. Bye for now.
Bye.
866-972-7247. We're going to take a call from someone who's on hold before we go to commercial. We've got to go to Australia. I want to see if we can pick up a call from Australia and Terry Ann. Let's see if we have Terry Ann available and on the line and able to connect with us. Terry Ann, are you there?
Yes, I am. Good evening, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. Good to have you here.
Hello.
Terry. Thank you so much, Terry Ann. We hear you.
Lovely. Sarah, thanks so much for taking my call again. I really appreciate your support and help through the way. And I will let you and the listeners know that I've been put into emergency housing at the moment. So thank you for all of your prayers.
Oh, good to hear.
I just have a question. Yeah. I went into emergency housing last Wednesday, so for over a year it's been a relief. I just want to ask a question. When my brother was murdered 17 years ago in October, my mother got me to sign paperwork from the lawyers where I was suing the police. Now, I don't know to this day, I do not know what I signed. And all I was told was that it was to sign over the finances to the lawyer and barrister. I've got a feeling that maybe my mother gained financial out of that was supposed to go to me.
Yes.
It's a question I have not been able to ask or have answered.
Well, I see some shenanigans went on, and I do feel that your mom somehow benefited from that, whether the barrister was in on it, but somebody benefited from that, and it wasn't you.
Yeah, that's right. I thought that was right. Yeah.
And Mom feels she's entitled.
Because it was just...
Okay? She feels she's entitled. She feels like she's the one who
absolutely. She
went
always
through
has
all the
done.
suffering. Mom is in this energy of, I don't know, I want to call her a little self-absorbed. That seems to be a mild way of putting it. So,
self-absorbed and greedy, yeah.
Well, let's look at it this way. And I want you to understand this, Terry Ann, and I want you to hear this, and I want everyone listening. For every injustice, everything that was meant to be ours, every financial reward, every some gift we were supposed to receive, or house we were supposed to get, or anything that is taken from us, You have to know and you have to trust that the universe will find a way to get that amount of money or that item to you and then some. There will always be a balancing out in the
Great.
universe. So we wish them well on their little shenanigans and trust the universe is going to bring you abundance from a different source.
No, that's fine. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes.
It's just a question I had to ask over many, many years, and I was always too frightened to ask anyone. And Sarah, is my mother behind all of the technology abuse that's still happening to this day?
No.
Or she's connected to...
Connected, but she's not responsible. She's aware, she's not responsible.
Okay, yeah, that's
I connected to a man.
I
connected to a male figure.
Pardon?
I connected to a male figure.
Yes, I do think I do think I know who it is, yes. It's someone that she's involved with, yes. With all of what, everyone knows my story over the last 5 years, but will there be justification for the car was my mother behind the car that was taken and sold from under me that I owned? And will there be punishment for my daughter and for my mother for what they've done illegally?
It's a hard case to prove.
Yeah,
We can have some justice, but it's not an easy, Terry Ann, slam dunk. There's some ambiguity in how it was handled, so they can kind of hide behind that. And so, they're trying to paint you as crazy. So it gets
I know
complicated.
they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, according to your mother, you're one step away from snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, so this is the story she's saying as her cover. It's like she wants to hide underneath somebody's petticoat because she's painting you as the crazy one, and it's been a rough ride. So what I'm hearing from Spirit, Terry Ann, is this: forget about them, cut them out of your life, be done with the energy, and create a new vibration. The road is turning in a different way. Don't go down some dark alley and try to wrestle with them and find justice. Let God handle them in God's time, and you create a new life and a new version for yourself.
And thank you for that, Sarah, because that is what I have done. I have painted myself as not a victim anymore. I've met two really beautiful ladies, and I've linked in with them, and we're actually, even though I was homeless, I am helping the homeless, and I'm just devoting my time and doing that as my distraction to keep going and not jeopardise my own life, like I did last year. And that gives me the stamina to keep going every day.
Perfect. And we know that the angels surround you, Terry Ann, and that you will be all right. We're so glad that your situation of not having a place to live, the universe heard your request, and now we have emergency housing for now that will then blossom into something permanent, and so you will begin your journey again. We thank you so much, Terry Ann, for calling us all the way from Australia.
Thank you, Dom.
We appreciate you. Be well. Bye for now.
Thank you so very much, and you have a beautiful evening. Bye-bye, Dom.
Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a quick minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to rock around our call board, and we're going to get to as many calls as possible. So if you're on hold, don't hang up. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We're with you every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. And we're going to go to our phone lines. We're going to try to go to Miami. We tried to go to Miami before and talk to this person, and somehow they didn't hear us. So we are going to see if we've got Joanna in Miami. Joanna, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. How are you? Can you hear me?
I hear you perfectly now. Thank goodness. Thank you so much. We're glad we're able to make this connection. Joanna, what is your question for us tonight?
Well, I don't know. I have so many questions, but I guess more on the feeling that I feel lost. I feel down. I feel that I have no purpose. I feel, I don't know. I don't know what's going on right now with me. I'm having issues with my finances, my marriage, and I don't want to go to work. I don't know. I don't really have a reason per se, but I just feel super down.
Super down, almost like we're depressed, right? Even though I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that as a diagnosis, but you know, I feel like your light is off. It's like you have no joy. As I was saying in my opening statement, there's no joy, no harmony, no peace. You just feel empty, right? And next week we're going to talk about spiritual emptiness. We're going to dive into that because a lot of us are running on empty. Joanna, well, the first thing Spirit tells me is go back and look at what used to make you happy. And, you've changed. You're not the same person. And the world has changed around
Right.
you. And it's almost as if you haven't really been the same since 2021. That's how they see it. So whatever's going on in
Okay.
2021 kind of brought a shift to you. And I don't know if it was because of the pandemic and what was happening. And you just kind of powered through. And now you just realize that you're exhausted. But for you, nothing
Right.
tastes the same anymore. Nothing feels the same anymore. You don't feel connected to people. You actually feel separate. And this is a
Yes.
difficulty here. You can't connect to people heart to heart, soul to soul anymore. It's almost like you're just going through the motions. And this is a phase. This is a spot where you are on the road of life. It is not going to last. 2026 opens up something new. I feel like there's something you need to change in your life so that everything can shift and change and you can feel more vibrant, more enthusiastic. There's no enthusiasm. So Spirit is encouraging
Right.
you to take a look at your job, and maybe we need to make a change there. Obviously, I'm not telling you to trade in the husband, right? But you want to find the things that you can easily change. Now, watch your thoughts there. I can hear you. Remember that when we're not happy, people annoy us. When we're not happy, we
Right.
look at what's not right with someone else because we can't look at ourselves. So take a look at yourself and say, what can I change that's in my power, Joanna? And over the next 4 months, if you keep asking that question, and I don't know if you were listening when I read to someone this very powerful paragraph that talks about what we need to do as life unfolds, but I think it really applies to you. I really think that you need to focus on life and what brings you joy, and you need to ask the universe to show you what they are unfolding for you, what beautiful tasks they're giving you.
Okay.
I had said out loud, I want
Yeah.
to repeat it because it's so important. Ask the universe, what beautiful story do you have to unfold for me? Where do you desire me to go? Who do you desire me to be? How can I raise up in service with an open heart, trusting and allowing, knowing that I am always guided and protected?
Right.
So make that be your
Yeah,
mantra.
I've been trying to do that because I do feel that I am creative and I do crafts and then try to do content, and it just doesn't feel any joyful. I do it and then I'm like, why am I even doing this? And my heart is not in it.
Then you need to find the thing that
I'm really
your heart's
trying to
in.
get out of that. Yeah.
So if something doesn't bring you joy, stop doing it. You're wasting your energy. Find something that
Right.
brings you joy.
Right. Okay.
Find something that brings you joy.
One question. What do
Yes.
you see about my finances? I feel like I have done, been in bad situations before. But what I feel this time is I'm at my worst and I don't know how to get out of it, or why I keep repeating the same pattern.
Well, some of it is, and this is kind of across the board for many people, but at one point living above your means and stretching
Okay.
things far, assuming that there'll always be something, and then something comes up and you're
Right.
not prepared, okay? And then it's just
Right.
a slippery slope down from there. And I feel that you got hit with a couple of things, one right after another, and you weren't prepared enough, and things just began to throw you out of
Right.
kilt. Finding you or your husband finding something to do on the side for a period of time as a Band-Aid, or you looking for another
Yes.
job so that you can get more money in the household. This would be our advice.
Right.
But when
Yes.
choosing a job, don't just choose a job for the money. Choose a job that's going to bring you joy.
Okay.
But
Okay.
financially, things are going to be better. And I really feel that, I know this sounds like a long time, but in about 15 months from now, this should all be like a distant memory, and you should be in a whole nother financial place. So everything you're doing is going to
Okay.
create a new pathway for you.
Okay. It's good
All
to
right,
hear.
Joanna. Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate your calling and listening to the show.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye
You
bye.
got it. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. And from Miami, we got to go to Chicago. I got Janet on the line. Janet, how are you? Janet, are you with us? All right, we're going to put Janet on hold and see if we can rustle up Janet. I get it. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get Janet on the phone line here because we lost her, but I think she's calling us back here somehow. So we're going to see if we can get Janet on the line. And we're going to go to, in the meantime, we're going to go to Anna in Miami. Anna, let's go to Anna in Miami, and then we'll pick back up in Chicago. So let's go to Anna in Miami.
Can you hear me?
Hi. I hear you perfectly, Anna. Thank you so much for calling. We greatly appreciate you joining us. What's your question for us tonight?
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Well, I'm kind of struggling. My husband passed recently, and I need to know what his thoughts were as he was going. He was a little bit confused when it all happened.
If he passed recently, it's very possible I may not be able to reach him because it does take time for them to settle in energetically so that they can telepathically connect with me. So Anna, it may take time, and I don't know if I can reach him yet. I will put out the energy to open up the portal so that I can connect with him. Has he been gone for 3 weeks, 3 months? How long has it been?
It's been 24 days today.
24 days. So to spirit, that's 3 weeks because they gave me the number 3. So it's a little too soon for me to be able to connect with him directly to get the specific answer that you're looking for. Our condolences to you. We know that this reads as if it was unexpected. Is that true?
It was sooner than expected.
Sooner than expected. Got it. So we will try to reach him in the next few weeks to come, but it is a little too soon because sometimes it can take all the way up to a year to reach someone, but I know that he's definitely going to want to give you comfort. I want you to pay attention to the signs and the symbols that can come your way because there are ways the universe can show you signs that he's with you, even if he's not strong enough to give you energy so that you can feel him or hear him or see him. Who has a son, please? Is there a son connected to you, Anna, please? Who's the son?
A son connected to me?
Yes.
Yes, I have one son.
Okay. Thank you for that confirmation because they're talking to me about your son. What is your son's birthday?
My son's birthday is November 14th, 1987.
Okay. We want you to know, according to my spirit guides, your husband is very close to your son right now. Energetically very close to your son. Looking after him. So just know that they're making me aware of your son, and that's where spirit is telling me your husband is focusing his energy. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you. It's just that's where his energy is focused on right now. Anna, what is your question for me?
Does spirit have anything else to say to me as far as anybody else that's gone past?
We'll check the energies. Bear with me. Anna, your father passed, please. I have a male standing above you. Stands in the father position. Is that your dad, please? Dad is stepping forward. Dad is with you. He's always been very close to you. Almost like you had a special place in his heart. Daddy's little girl, that kind of energy. But you guys were more like friends than just daughter and father. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And he trusted you with things that maybe he didn't quite tell your mother. So, but there's a lot that he used to share with you. And he wants you to know that he's with you in this difficult time. Who is the person who passed who
Okay.
had an issue with their heart? They had a heart condition or a heart problem right before they passed, please? Who is this person, please?
That was my dad. He had his
That was your
first heart
dad.
attack at the
Heart
age of
attack.
36.
There you go. So someone's showing me a heart there. Thank you so much for that. Very strong around you, honey. Thank you. I know you've had a lot of shocks and disappointments in your life, but it's hard to stay focused and hard to focus on love and happiness and joy when we're going through so many difficulties. And I feel like you feel like you keep getting hit one thing after another. Know that you're supported by your guides and your angels. There is a grandmother who steps forward as well, who gives you a lot of love. And she makes me feel like family and community, and gathering everybody in the home with food and friendship and connection was very important to her. So know that your grandma's with you. Anna, we are so sorry for the loss of your husband, and
Thank you.
we will hope to speak with you again. Anna, how did you hear about the show?
A friend of mine told me about the show.
Well, you thank your friend. We welcome you to our family. As maybe you've heard through some of our callers, we have people who've been listening for many, many years and calling in, and we all become like a family and help each other through our difficult times. Thank you so much, Anna.
I appreciate you.
Thank you. My
Thank you.
pleasure. God bless you. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and we got Janet. Janet is in Chicago. Janet, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I hear you. 3
Hello?
times the charm. Good,
Oh,
good to
good.
hear you. Thank you.
Hi, thanks, Sarah. Well, the reason for my call is my dad passed away 6 weeks ago. I had called you a couple years ago. He had fallen a couple times, and I felt guilty. Anyway, his heart failed and his lungs, everything. And but he was 95. But we thought he'd live forever. We didn't want him in pain for sure. But I was living with him and his caregiver. And I'm just finding it really hard, maybe because it's my mom. My mom's been gone 13 years, and now they're both gone. But I just can't shake, like, having regrets that I didn't do enough, or everything it seemed I tried. It was like the road to hell was paved with good intentions. Everything I tried kind of backfired. I think he was ultra sensitive to everything in his older life, older age, even though he was a big man. And I don't know. So I'm kind of stuck, and I just cry every day, and I don't know how to move forward, really. I try to move forward, and then I don't know.
Janet, take a breath for me, please, because Spirit's talking.
Okay.
And you're caught in the world of regret and guilt. There is no regret. There is no guilt. The universe is feeding me from the guides and angels that surround your father that it was his time. You could have spun on your head and created your own honey mixture, and it wasn't going to matter. It was time for him to go. He wasn't meant to last any longer. This was his exit time. They also make me aware of his lungs filled with water. Was there water in his lungs, please, as well?
Oh, I don't know that. I know he only had 20-some% of his lungs working and 20-some% of his heart working when I had him at the ER a few weeks before that.
Yeah, I feel like there
I
was
didn't
some
know there was
fluid
water
or
in his
something
lungs. Wow.
in his lungs here is how I see it, because I feel the difficulty and the labor in the breath and the breathing for him. It's too soon for me to get a direct connect with him, but I just feel that vibration of before he passed, there was that difficulty. You did everything you could, and now it's time for you. And Janet, you spent so much of your life taking care of everybody. Now it's time for you to take care of you, and that's a little uncomfortable. That's difficult. You don't really know how to do that anymore because you've been so filled with people who you care for. Who's the other J in the family, please, Janet? There's another person whose name begins with the letter J. Who is that?
Well, there's a Jake, my nephew Jake, my grandson Jared.
Jared.
Another J. Let's see.
Jared. It's Jared here.
It's Jared. Okay.
Yes. The angels are with Jared. Was your father close to Jared, or it just makes me feel like, or does Jared look like your father? They're connecting Jared and your father, somebody connected with the J who's connected to your dad?
I don't know. He's probably the first great grandson.
Okay.
But I don't know that they were. I mean, my father loved everybody equally, I thought, but maybe he had a special something in his heart for Jared that could be.
Yes, I see that, and I also feel like maybe because he was the first great grandson, he's very connected to your dad. Your dad is going to be very close to him in his growing up.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I used to babysit for him. He's going to be 23 in October, and yeah, I'm very concerned about him too. And I mean, he's a good kid, but my heart just goes to him of all my grandchildren a lot. And maybe my dad felt the same. But I'm glad he's going to be guiding him because he does need some guidance, definitely.
He does need guidance, and I thank you for that confirmation. I just needed you to place the name so I could hear Spirit say, yes, that's the person, so that we could make that connection. Janet, you did everything you could for your dad. Just know that there's so much love that's going to be between the two of you that there shouldn't be any question that everything you did for all the right reasons. And no matter what you did, he was going to exit the planet when he did.
Yeah, I knew he couldn't last forever. I just hope I can get over this. Is there any magic pill to get over any remorse or guilt or anything? I guess just his words, huh? That I did everything I could.
You did everything you could, and that's the universe's words for you, okay? It goes beyond your dad.
Okay.
All right? That was the book of life, and it was your father's time. But, you talk to Archangel Michael and ask Archangel Michael to use his sword to sever the cords that bind you to guilt and shame and regret, anything that weighs you down, and to free you so that you could go on and live a fulfilled life here. Ask Archangel Raphael to bring you emotional, physical, and spiritual healing so you could have the experiences in life that you desire, free of any guilt, shame, and regret. Janet, we thank you so much for your call. I'm glad we were finally able to get to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Take care. Thank you.
You've got it. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to go back to our phone lines, and I've got to go to Jana in Miami. Jana, how are you tonight? Are you with us, Jana, in Miami? All right. We don't have Jana in Miami, and the clock is ticking here on the show, so we're going to go to Aaron, and Aaron is in Wisconsin. Aaron, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing well, Aaron. Thank you so much for your call. Good to have you here. How did you hear about the show, Aaron?
Who lives in Florida?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Through a friend who lives in Florida.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Thank your friend. Aaron, what is your question for us today?
I would just like to know what my general reading would be.
Well, Aaron, the first thing that I see for you right now is this is a time for you to branch out and step into a more creative space for yourself. No longer stick to the path of what you've been doing. It's time for you to be expressive and make changes. The changes that you make, whether it's in your attitude and your thought process or actual physical changes, the changes you make are going to set you up for 2026. And 2026 is a great networking connection time to help you set the stage for work and growth in the career. And by networking with individuals, we will bring you to a strong promotion advancement that leads to strong finances in 2027. Are you looking to kind of fine-tune your work life at this time, Aaron?
Honestly, I'm kind of unemployed right now because my dad had a heart attack and I had to get him to, he had triple bypass surgery.
Okay, but he will recover and you will go back to work. And when we go back to work, I see advancement and growth. I want you to focus on, even though you're not working now, I want you to focus on What would be something that would inspire you? What would be a creative task that you'd love to do for work? How can you express yourself differently than you were before you had to take a break to take care of your dad? That's what you're going to use this downtime, this quiet time for, so that we can put you on the path of a strong career coming into 2026. Aaron, what is your dad's birthday? Let's check his energy.
9/23/1956.
Yeah, the old gray mare may not be what he used to be, but let me tell you, he's a strong man.
That he certainly is.
95, 98% blocked, your father was. Yes, he was right there on the edge. Is that true?
Yep.
Yeah. He's here for a reason. He's here for a purpose, and I know he's going to raise some holy you-know-what, but that's okay. You've got your hands full right now, but he will make a good recovery. It's going to take time. He's not as strong as he used to be, but I see by October he's going to be much stronger.
Awesome sauce. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for calling.
Did you want to hear a joke?
Not at this time. I've got to get to some other calls, though, Aaron. I appreciate that. Maybe next time. We hope you continue to listen to the show, and then we can have a little more comedy as we move on. All right? Thank you so much. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. I don't know. We got to go to West Palm Beach. Let's see what's going on with Monica here. Monica, how are you tonight?
Hi, Miss Sarah.
Good to have you here, Monica. Thank you so much for joining us. What is your question for us?
I haven't been sleeping very well, and like every day I would wake up, almost every day, like between midnight and 2:30 in the morning. So if I sleep at 9, I'll wake up at midnight. If I sleep at 10, I'll wake up at midnight. Between midnight and 2:30 in the morning, and I'm exhausted.
You're exhausted. And have you done the usual things like having some chamomile tea and doing all those things to help you sleep?
Yeah, I tried doing ashwagandha with the melatonin, something called Maziol. I've done the lavender oil. The chamomile tea, I haven't done it as much because normally I'll drink it for something else, like acid reflux, because it helps with that. And I don't know if it really helps me as much with the sleeping.
Yeah.
But I can try that.
You could try a little more of that, but you know what? It's sounding like spiritually you're out of sorts. Feel like we need to clear some energy. Smoke out the house, clear out the energy, maybe take a spiritual bath. You maybe do to kind of clear your energy. You know, you're around a lot of people in your job, and you may have kind of picked up, absorbed some energy of other people, and you're just not shaking it off. And this has been going on for about close to 2 months, Monica. Is that about right?
Oh, man. I thought it was just 2 weeks, but I lose track of time. So,
You know what? They gave me the number 2,
anymore.
so you could be correct. They gave me 2, and it just felt like 2 months. So you might know better than I, but I know they gave me number 2. So when I go by that, if I measure the time, it feels like longer. But you may have picked something up energetically.
You're probably right. Yeah.
And just started to
I think you're
click
right.
in.
Because, I mean, I just started keeping track of it 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So I would suggest we kind of clear up your energy. You stop by the Expedito Center. I'll make something. We'll kind of try that approach here. And then you continue on the protocol that's going to help you relax internally so that you can get some sleep. I know that you've come a long way, and I also know that you're on track in your career. And I know there's some changes you want to make, but I'm not feeling this is an overactive mind. I'm not feeling this is the anxiety that you used to have. I really feel this is something more spiritual, all right? Because you've managed to calm a lot of your nerves and overthinking. You've done a great job calming that overactive mind you once had.
Wow, thank you.
You're
I thought it was that again.
No.
Okay.
You've got that under control. You're dead asleep and waking up around midnight. That's not your brain, honey. That's energy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Monica. Thank you so much for calling. We greatly appreciate you. Let us know when you're going to stop by the center, and we'll make our recommendations. All right?
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
All right. Bye for now. If you'd like to stop by the Expedito Enlightenment Center and see me, pop on by in West Palm Beach on Okeechobee Boulevard. You can learn more about my center at sarahspiritual.com, or of course you can go to the Expedito Enlightenment Center website as well. I'd love to see you there. We're going to have Calvin Cates this weekend doing a crystal healing therapy, so pop on over to the Expedito Enlightenment Center website and register. You can call the center tomorrow and reserve your spot. And of course, book a session with me if you're local. If you're not local, then go to sarahspiritual.com. There you can find all of our sessions that we offer and ways to connect with me via phone or video. I want to thank you so much for joining us here tonight on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. It's always a pleasure. And yes, we had a few technology things, but it is what it is. We go with the flow. Spirit gave us our answers. I appreciate your patience tonight. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
There's a light. There's a light that opens doors for everyone. Oh, there's a light that touches hearts. There's a light to open everyone to love. Love may hold the answer we are looking for.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WQAM 10.